All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Um, Video is entitled Being Calm in the Storm. I've succeeded at this a few times and I've failed at this a few times. Um, Life is going to bring you ups and downs, and sometimes when it rains, it pours. But sometimes it's to master the concept of being calm during the storm or in the storm. Nothing lasts forever. So that storm is gonna come and go. But the storm isn't the test. It's your ability to maintain composure that is the test. Sometimes, first and foremost, to be calm in the storm, you have to recognize that you're in the storm. If you can recognize the storm is coming first, that's better because then you can prepare for the storm before it gets to you. But sometimes you don't recognize the storm before it's coming. Sometimes people bring or life brings a storm to you and it just boom, it hits you and you don't realize you're in it until you're soaked or some things happen and you're like, whoa, what's going on? So if you can have an umbrella, cool. A poncho or something, cool. But if you can't, you just soak. Now you got to deal with it. Now you have to build yourself some shelter um, on the fly. And that takes awareness, for one, um, and it takes patience. I think patience is one of the keys because if you've ever been in a hurricane, it rains for a while, it's windy for a while, then you get in the eye and it's very chill, you know, and but the back end of that storm is coming, and then you're back in the storm. And that's another thing about awareness. You might need to recognize you if you're in the eye of the storm or if it's past. Some people can, some people can't. Um, Another reason to be calm in a storm is because you don't want to make it worse. Like, you don't want to do something while you're going through something that is going to affect you when that particular something is over. You know, because sometimes you just gotta, you gotta take what life gives you. Sometimes you gotta take it on the chin. Sometimes you just gotta eat that and press forward. Because unbeknownst to a lot of us, some of the things that we go through are all connected, and because they're all connected, you might not be able to see the relevance of it in the moment, and that's another reason to be calm in the storm because the lesson may be after the storm is over. You know, you being in you getting the storm might not be is not the lesson. You being calm in a storm sometimes isn't the lesson after you learn how to be calm during the storm. Sometimes the lesson comes after the storm when you see it was a good thing. It's kind of like getting caught in a traffic jam and you're late somewhere, but you find out if you were rushing, you would have gotten into a massive accident. That 5 minutes of inconvenience or that rerouting yourself kind of saved your life. That type of thing. Um, Another reason to be calm, another reason to be calm during the storm or in the storm is you need to evaluate who's around you. Because sometimes when it's raining on your head, people are scattered from you and nobody have an umbrella for you. And you need to see that. You need to see who's really in your corner when it's raining. You really need to see what life's about in the good times and what it's about in the bad times. Because it's not who's with you when things are going good. It's who's with you when things are going bad that counts. And sometimes you need to see that and if you're all flustered, you won't be able to see who really got your back, because you won't be able to judge their gestures. Because mentally you'll be all over the place. You got to be able to um, live in uncomfort. Accept that you won't be comfortable. That's a major thing you're gonna have to do. Like, it's not gonna always go your way. I remember years ago, I would pray for strength, and should have been careful what I wish for, right? I went through a whole lot over those coming years, and became a stronger person. I got what I asked for, but I didn't expect to go through the things I went through to get what I asked for. But I didn't realize that until it was all over. Like, asking you shall receive, but you might not receive it the way you thought you was gonna receive it. And that's something you gotta understand about being calm during the storm. Is it's not in your control. You don't control the storm. Like, you don't control when it starts, when it stops. All you can control is minimizing the damage it creates around you. That's it. But when the winds blow, that's out of your control. When it rains and it pours, that's out of your control. If it destroys a few things, that's out of your control. You might be upset, but it's out of your control. If people stay or go, that's out of your control. If you what's in your control is your mental strength, whether you can control yourself. And some people have learned to kick their feet up in the storm. Like, hey, sometimes you have to learn to kick your feet up during a storm, because some people have been through enough storms to know that the storm is a blessing. Because it's got to rain for something to grow. So when you accept the principle that, yes, it's not sunny outside, it's raining, I'm going through this and that. Dry. If you have a garden and it never rains, your fruits and vegetables die. So be happy when it rains, because that means at some point something's going to grow from this. And that's another reason to be calm, because though you're going through something, you're still going to something, and you may not know what that something is, but you should just know that that's how life works. I would rather have a rainy season than a drought. Rain, sun, because you're going to appreciate the sunshine, and that rain is going to help you grow the things that you need to make your life better. You don't want it to be, see, sunny all the time equals a drought. That's just the truth. Rainy all the time, not necessarily a good look, but you can at least plant rice, in rain. So in some ways you can still eat through a perpetual storm, but you can't eat in a drought. So that's just my opinion, on this hypothetical life stuff. We out.